Hello and welcome tonight to LCA Broadcast's coverage of Akimbo versus Strife. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to have another great match tonight. My name is Purely, and you might remember me from last night. I had an opportunity of cast. My apologies. Akimbo versus Zomblers, which was quite a game. Some really intense moments in there, especially on that Nuke game. Really came down to the wire. But Akimbo was able to clinch the 2-0 over Zomblers. So really good stuff out of them. Be looking for them to keep that momentum going into tonight's match. And we're in the server. We're just waiting for all 10 players to connect. And then, of course, got to go through their knife round, make sure that proper team gets side selection. So, yeah, don't go anywhere because this game is going to be getting underway very shortly. Just waiting on one more player. So, be right back. All right, and we're going to quickly go through the vetoes while these players get into the knife round. So, got them up on the screen now. As you can see, Akimbo started off the veto, the Band of Inferno. It's a pretty standard band for them. And Akimbo maybe taking a look at, Strife taking a look at Akimbo's recent matches, seeing that they've been looking pretty good on Ancient, so they're going to take that one off the board. First map up is going to be Mirage, picked by Akimbo, followed by Nuke from Strife. Then, last but not least, we do end up going the distance. We're going to be heading to Anubis, but right now, we are going to start out on this Mirage. The knife, just a formality, of course. Strife going to decide to start on the CT side. And we are about to jump into pistol round, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys are ready for some good Counter-Strike. Here we go. Two pairs of dualies out for Strife on the CT side. Molly's actually going to do a good job. Allows Akimbo kind of make their way up mid here. Joel's nice shots though from lower mid, and the flash is perfectly timed. Taggy unable to find any kills before going down, so pretty heavy setup over towards this A site, and Akimbo not going to be able to get anything going in that round. I think maybe surprised about the heavy A presence. A lot of teams choosing to play that retake A is a pretty standard pistol strat. Just because B is a lot harder to retake. But I think that Mirage is probably one of the more balanced maps in the current pool. I think T side, CT side can really go either way, just depending on how confident the team is on this map. So Strife electing to start off on the CT side, but I don't think that necessarily means that they should come away in this first half with a great lead. They're going to swing out mid though. Melio. M4 does get dinked a couple times with the Glocks, but just has way better range on that M4 over the Glocks. So they're not going to lose. Strife not going to lose any players in that round. With a flawless pistol as well. 10 for 0 kills right now. Strife feeling pretty confident, very clean first two rounds. But this is the first big round of the map. Or, well, the pistol is obviously the first big round of the map. This is the second big round of the map. We have the first buy here for Akimbo. 5 AKs. And actually 4 M4s here for Strife. So they've done well to keep rifles in the hands of all their players. Just the 1 MP9. And Drew already making his way close on this bottom con smoke. Joel's tempting fate right now. They spot the player on triple. Great spam from Weeza through the smoke. He's going to pick up the first kill. Joel's going to have to make a heroic play, and Drew is waiting for it. He knows the desperation's coming out. Even Drew's going to try and go through the molly. But Drew knows, and Weeza knows, that that's just not an option. Emilio trying to make a bad situation a little better. Does find one, but perfect spot from Weeza, just waiting for that lurk through B. And really good first buy round here for Akimbo. They were not worried at all about not getting a kill in those first two rounds. They're coming out swinging in their first buy, and already we're going to see the money looking a little tough here for Strife. They're going to have a couple SMGs, FAMAS in this round. But favoring some more util. I think they probably could have all afforded rifles, but they want to make sure they have a couple of full sets of util. Joel's in this window position, just tapping, trying to get some info through that smoke. I think it's a tough thing to do. Nice timed flash. And that's where the utility can make all the difference in a spot like that. Oh, Weeza spots Balula, but has to fall down. Doesn't want to get pinched from multiple spots. Balula is going to be the player to watch in this round. Needs to try and find an opener. Maybe can catch a good timing. Oh, Weeza's going to try and creep up. They didn't smoke off Cat, though, so they've got to be real careful. Oh, that nade is huge. Weeza very low HP. Balula considered dropping the molly down under Cat there, but actually maybe is repositioned, and Balula's going to get caught trying to go down the ladder silently. Joel's 2 huge impact frags in this round, and he might have a third here. Weeza very low HP, sitting in the con smoke. Teammate might be able to bail him out here. Oh, they know there's another player. Just gonna walk right through. Weeza nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Now just drew 1v4 here. I'm not even sure. I didn't see when he took damage. Probably when they were pushing to top con, trying to make a play happen. I think the idea was to crunch onto A, but just took so much damage. And that opening pick with the flash as well over mid. You know, in that way, free kill, you know, opening up the round like that. I'd much rather have an SMG and have that extra util in a spot where you can use your utility to help your, you know, assist your players out mid. This map's all about mid control. We're gonna see it contested quite a bit from both sides. Expecting this match. Drew not wasting any time again. Oh, the peek. Up Cat with the MP9. It's pretty ambitious there from Hughes. Nice nade. Alula. That's the kind of lurk he's looking for. Finds one. But is he expecting the second on the A site? In a defensive position. Maybe gonna swing though. Pick up that kill. Oh, and Melio, so many players in front of him. Does well to get a lot of damage on these 2 players. But walking through that smoke, probably not the best move. Now a real opportunity here for Akimbo. 3v2, do have a couple of very low HP players. It's really going to come down. If Tensky, well, they might look for a save. Use very low HP as well. And I'm not sure if they know how low the HP is of these players. I think it's difficult to say. That spray from Melio, you know, was pretty good, but it's kind of hard to judge how much damage you get on a spray like that. So Akimbo going to come up with their second T round. And should live with 3 rifles, yep. The big stuff, I think that was more, you know, that was a similar look in the previous round, right? A similar kind of strat that they called, but executed on a lot better. And, you know, that round, Strife had a little bit more limited util, a little bit more limited weaponry. We didn't see any peek off of a flash like we did early on in the previous round, so Akimbo able to take their mid control. And, gonna get a pretty early timeout here for Strife. Looks like they're trying to figure out a bit of a tough spot that they're in because they did save a FAMAS and an AK over, but the money not looking great. I think if I'm them in this spot, Yeah, you just drop a rifle over, full invest. Yep, I like this call from them. As one of my, I'm going to quote one of my fellow LCA owners, and that 5.7 is one of the best guns in the game. Don't sleep on it. Akimbo's going to need to watch out for that aggression towards mid. Strife putting a lot more pressure over. Begs the question, what side of the map is weaker? We have just the 5.7. Over towards A. ESEA just needs to stay alive in this position, and he's doing great. Already finding that opener. Smoke's going to delay the apps crawl. ESEA is going to get cleaned up, so that alleviates some of the pressure. Joel's changing his mind again. Head back up the ladder. Looks like Smoke's going to be deployed over towards B. 2 players here from Strife. Gabby on the low HP. Nice headshot from Taggy. Doesn't even matter. Joel's already pushed through A. Strife has the intel now that no one's over outside of A main or in T spawn, but Akimbo, 35 seconds. They're second guessing this. Bulls might find a timing on these players crossing from underpass. Yup, Drew gonna get caught, but the 5.7. Oh, recovers an AK. Joel's didn't see that on the ground, so he's only gonna get away with 1 before going down. Melio, a lot of work to do here, finds a lot of damage onto Halen. But it's a 1v3, and they spot him. He's gonna go down to Alula. Pensky in the 1v3. Oh, if he had found that spam earlier, denied the bomb plant, it could have gotten really, really scary for Akimbo. He's able to pick up the frag. So 1v2 situation now for him. No utility left, but he does have a kit. Oh, he's going to get swung. Alula swings firebox. 1v1. Nice jump spot from Taggy. But he's going to have to peek this in a second. Good crouch. Really well played by Taggy to just waste time there. And whew, that was a much closer round than I thought it was going to be in that post plant. But Akimbo convert, and that's an important one because the money is now broken here for Strife. So this should be a relatively easy round now for Akimbo. We'll pull ahead with the round lead. Up towards top mid. A lot of pressure right now. Taggy's feeling it. He's got the MAC-10, but he doesn't really need to get too frisky with it. He wants to farm that cash, though. 3 kills on the round for him. He's going to be a very rich man next round, so he's happy, I think, with that. Pensky recovers a MAC-10, but not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. Even though the Molotov misses, it ends up working out just fine for Akimbo. So only losing the MAC-10 player. It's quite all right. You can see plenty of money for Taggy to full buy in this round. And alrighty, I'm feeling like these two teams are pretty evenly matched. I mean, Mirage definitely, you know, Ancient, from what I've seen from Akimbo, is very much a comfort zone. Oh, miss window smoke. That might... Not sure if Weez is going to be aware of that. Oh, and it's about to be a bloodbath in mid. Smoke at bottom con. Oh, and that nade might have just saved Akimbo. They're going to back off here. You can see Melio. He knows they gambled on this mid control. Oh, but Akimbo's gonna re-hit it. Trade's going even for now, but Taggy's able to find the con player. Oh, and Alula, beautiful lurk again. A bomb site is completely free. Pensky, they know where he is now. Stuck on Cat. And the auto director doesn't even know what to watch. That's how crazy this round got. We're on board with Alula. Actually, as I say that, Halen's very low HP. Oh, almost could have gotten caught there if Tensky had peeked. This is still doable for him. And he finds himself in a clutch situation. Gets the first kill, spins around and finds the headshot onto Alula. Oh, what a disaster for Akimbo. And I'm wondering actually if the nade that got thrown there masked some of the footsteps from Tensky, because Halen was caught a little unaware on the site. I mean, he was the low HP player, so it's gonna be hard for him to win that fight to begin with, but wow. That was a pretty heroic clutch there from Tensky, and that's gonna bring his team back up to 4. Fortunately, the money's still not great for them, and this is the problem with the CT economy. You can win rounds, but if you're not keeping players up and not, you know, building the bank up, you're gonna have a lot of rounds with MP9s. Tensky just gonna swing window though. Feeling confident after that previous round. Drew, however, responding. Going over at ramp here. We might have another. I think they might be stuck on each other. Lula didn't even realize. I was expecting the spam to come through there. He's gonna pick up that AK. Hold towards spawn. They know Tensky was around here before. And ESEA again from the same spot. He's even gonna swing CT. Tensky heard him, but no HP to fight. And that's a huge round from Alula. And Akimbo, I mean, they've done a really good job pulling this defense to look towards mid, you know, fight mid heavy. And that's kind of allowing Alula to make some space over on this A site. It's a nice thing about an A lurk is you have multiple places that you can position yourself. Back down on the pistols now. Lots of flashes towards mid. Akimbo again taking their control. Window smoke lands this time, so that's good to see. But all 5 of these players you can see just want to fight and try and pinch Taggy at top of mid. But he is just mowing them all down. Finally will go down to the final player. Tensky again, last man alive. Does have body armor with that AK. So Akimbo need to be a little careful. They're going to confidently swing window, clean up that final kill, and yeah, good stuff out of Akimbo. I mean, it's the conversions are what's most important, right? If you're able to break the economy and you're into pistols, just making sure that you have a clean rounds. I mean, we've even seen some pro teams recently really struggle against full pistols, even if it's just P250s, USPs, it doesn't matter. So it's good to see Akimbo keeping these rounds very clean. Their flash over top mid signals they want to fight. Gonna be a boost into ladder. Maybe a peek off cat. Nice shot from Melio. Good adaptation from Strife in this round, identifying the control that Akimbo wants to be taking here. Little nade trade from window to underpass. Definitely some positional changes here for Strife now on their defense. Obviously a little bit easier now that they have mostly rifles. Still do have that one MP9. Oh, and the smoke fade. ESEA wins the fight, but even if he went down, his teammates were right behind him to trade. Melio now with a lot to do. Takes his time on that first shot. Is going to get away. Oh, and finds a second. Even gets in front of the Molotov Taggy. Is able to finally trade it, though. So now 2v2 situation. Oh, but Taggy's by himself and not expecting another player. So fast up cat. Alula, the A-lurk player, had to sprint all the way through T-spawn. And just not there fast enough. Now, Strife is aware of this. Should know that this is the A-lurk player. 1v2 situation here for Alula. Oh, and he spots the barrel as well. So he knows they have at least one towards market. Probably is guessing they have a two-man setup. Finds the first shot. Beautiful stuff out of him. Goes for the fake. Fakes the jump through. Nice spam, but he's running out of time. He's going to fake it again. Only 3 bullets to go, and he's got to find the kill. Not able to get it. But a really nice try out of Alula. And that's the kind of situation where it's tough because you don't want to give away your position with the footsteps, but at the same time, you just don't have the time. Or the bullets, for that matter. I'm actually not sure if he had a full mag going into that fight or not on the first one, because it looked like he cleaned up the first kill pretty quickly. Just unlucky. Again, some limited early util. Looks like maybe a standard A execute now. Got 1 smoke coming over. 2 smokes. Incendiary coming out onto Tetris. Akimbo wants to fight through it, though, and gets the first 2 kills. Alula, perfect timing. 3 kills now. Taggy looking like maybe he cut off a rotator through mid, and this A bomb site falls so quick to Akimbo. They want to take more as well. Push into CT, but they're going to settle for... Oh, the swing. A little late from Halen. Nade got a little scary, but he manages to make it work. Oh, beautiful nade from him. Melio, 28% HP. Nice shot from Halen. 3K on the round for him, and yeah, Akimbo 7-5 on the half. Really good stuff out of them so far. And I was curious to see what their fallback map would be when the Ancient was banned, when I was, looking at the vetoes as they were happening. But so far, I mean, the Mirage looks pretty solid. And definitely seeing a lot of priority on this mid control, which, like I said, is pretty important on this map. So we'll see if they keep that up on the CT side. Very slow round, though, from Strife. Looking to see if there's going to be any push up mid. Oh, Weeza gets caught looking the wrong way for a second. At least is able to get some shots down before finally going down. An interesting smoke here. That's allowing them to get up con for free. No opportunity for... Oh, and Drew not expecting the player late out ramp as well. Nice shot from Taggy. It's still doable in a 3v4, but they were not expecting. Gabby in that position. Finds a second onto the ladder room player, and Halen is not long for this world. Really interesting round there from Strife. That smoke allows them to do a lot of things on the pistol round that, on rounds where you might have more utility, it would be a little bit more difficult to do. Especially just with how HE grenades are now. Good timed HE grenade can completely negate a smoke like that. But I like the strat. We'll have to see what else they're cooking on this T side. Oh, and some aggression into Palace. Uses ready for the first, though, and herds the shots as well. Halen wants to try and help out. Maybe catch a timing on a reload, but... No upgrade pistols here, no utility for Akimbo. Oh, but nice shots out of Drew. He gets one before going down. And Alula as well. So already, you're pretty happy with that round. 2 kills with no investment at all from Akimbo. Keeping their money low is the name of the game. And they're probably going to take a bonus here, you can expect. Couple Mac 10s and a Galil. Side of Strife. Wow, 5 M4s from Akimbo. And Drew even saving some of his money. Oh, I'm not sure. I think Drew got stuck in the window there, trying to drop into underpass to support Alula. But at least Alula finds that kill. Was able to retreat back through B apartments. Fortunately, got tagged very low. So now man advantage. Oh, use. Great lurk out ramp. He's up next. Not able to find the head. And Alula now. Final player. On 8 HP over on this B bomb site. And they know that he's over on this side. Based on where that kill went down. He's going to be trying to save this rifle, but I don't think they're going to give him that opportunity. Especially with a player still in a MAC-10. And they could pick up an M4 and just choose to take all 4 guns into the next round. But... man, I don't think... okay. Not going to check underpass. Lula will go down there. I was going to say, I don't know how impactful taking an M4 into the next round is. I mean, obviously, you'll take what you can get if you're Akimbo, but... Mirage is definitely a tough map for an impact rifle on the CT side. I mean, you can maybe try and get aggressive mid with it. Send some pistols ahead of you, but very quick tech pause, but we are back in it. It's going to be the light investment, couple 5.7s and an MP9 for Akimbo. Pensky out, quick towards mid. Looks like a stack from Akimbo over towards this B bomb site. But as I say that, Taggy finds a great shot into Joel's. Pensky up next. Should be a pretty... oh, he just hears the jump from Weeza, but Weeza still catches him unaware. Gabby and Melio combined for 2 and 1v2 situation. Weeza was able to recover a rifle here and has some armor. Oh, but he's gonna get caught on this jump spawn. Unlucky timing for him. It's a nice attempt though from Akimbo with the light buy, and they're gonna be back on a full buy in this round. Little unfortunate that we weren't able to, we're gonna see the glass cannon. Or does Weeza, he might have some body armor actually. He does, he at least has some body armor, but very limited utility. Gonna be looking for this window peek. Oh, tries to do the lineup, and he actually, it still works out for him. Gets the first shot, and he has great info too that they're fast up cat. So Lula with the boost. Oh, and Weeza's already moved over to that apartments. This round is being completely shut down by Akimbo. Halen even finds one through the smoke. And Akimbo can be down in rounds, but they're never out of any game. Elio. Oh, maybe trying to catch that player on the jump spot. Okay, I was getting a little nervous there. Don't want to peek an op 1 by 1, but Halen cleans up the kill. Eight to 9 now. Just one round apart. Both teams deploying this AWP. And Molotov, well placed. It's going to force Halen back. Not going to be able to peek aggressively towards top mid. So they're going to back up and play it a little bit more passive. No player in towards window. Just Halen spotting this cross towards Cat. You can tell just by the pace of this round. Tensions are high for both these teams. No one wanting to make the first slip up. But when this smoke goes down, surely we're going to get action over towards Top Con. 2 players positioned over there to strike. And the clock is starting to tick down here. We got 35 seconds for Strife to make something happen. Final hit is going to come in towards A. Aggie under Palace. Is he going to get cleared? I'm not sure they have the utility for it. They do have a couple Molotovs, but it might be coming in too late. Halen gets one, but gets traded immediately by Joel's. Now Taggy. Oh, and they know his position. Going to be a drop. He goes to pull out a flash, but no time for that. And Drew's stuck on Cat right now, being held by Joel's. Beautiful shot from him. Now ESEA. Oh, and whiffs the shot. If he hits that one, it's maybe winnable, but now he's going to be running as fast as he can, trying to save this op. I think if you hit that shot, maybe you go for it. But just too risky now. He's going to back off, save this rifle over into the next round. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to hunt him down either, as long as he plays it safe. Definitely looking for him. But he should be all right from this position. No one pushing underpass. Joel's is not going to have enough time to get to him in apps. So at least they saved the op over into this round. We're very quickly getting to the conclusion of this map, though. 8 to 10, only a few more rounds of play. Akimbo need to make something happen here. This is their last full buy. Could be their last full buy of the game. If they're unable to convert this round. Switching up. Gonna have a fast boost into apps. This is the perfect time to do a play like this. Beautiful change up here from Akimbo. Flash gonna come in, but ESEA holds his ground, finds a shot fully blind, and then dips out. So huge impact in this round from ESEA. 2 opening frags. And that all but seals the round here for Akimbo. As long as they don't get divided. Very passive back here. Taggy, the only one in a forward position on the side. Everyone else playing pretty far back. See Akimbo even giving up this window control. Oh, and the smoke fades. Taggy's able to win that 1v1. Now just 2 players left for Strife, and they're both situated over just outside of apartments. But I think they're just going to save these rifles. I'd be surprised if they try and make anything happen. Drew even holding onto his util here. He still has a smoke. Alula has an incendiary, so as soon as they start making any sort of noise over here, it could immediately get shut down. That's a great round from Akimbo, keeping all 5 players alive. That is absolutely what they needed to keep them competitive in this game. Yeah, and although Strife have, I mean, they had those 2 rounds extra padding over Akimbo. I mean, we're a 1-round game now. And now Strife on the other end of the stick. Low economy. This is going to be basically a full buy, barring one Tech 9. But we're going to take a little tack time out, talk it over, decide what they want to do ahead of time, especially with the limited utility. I think that's almost the most important time to call a timeout is on the rounds where you have less utility. I mean, for the most part, every player with the smoke, actually only 3 smokes. So you really want to make sure ahead of time you're aware of that. You talk about, okay, where are these smokes going? You throw a mid smoke, you're down to 2. And 1 is going to be deployed. I heard it. Instant window smoke. ESEA again. Gonna go for the nade to blow the smoke open. Doesn't see anyone cross though. A little bit slower this time. Out top mid. Oh, and ESEA very, very aggressive position with that AWP. The underpass. He's gonna start to walk out ramp. Molotov deep into jungle. Alien Swings gets a nice dink. Oh, Joel's creeping his way out. Alien, even though he's blind at the end there, manages to find one before going down, but Taggy, the spray's a little messy. So many low HP bars here. Is Drew gonna be the one to save the day? Nice cat jump. Very smooth movement. Maybe gonna look for a spam. Waiting the smoke out. Waiting for his teammate in Palace. Lula, 100 HP. He might find a good timing here on D'Amelio. He does. And they still have utility. Check these positions. He's gonna swing out. Not ready for both to be fighting. Drew's gonna try and stick it. But Tensky not falling for that. He's seen Drew. He knows. He knows pros don't fake. Bloom Pop, I thought we discovered this last night, man. You know, I don't have much of a beard. Now, I mean, mustache on the other hand, maybe we can make something happen, but I mean, with how much Akimbo's been winning recently, I'm not gonna have much left to shave. Looks like Akimbo gonna be fighting for mid a little bit heavier this round. Lots of utility deployed out. Both sides. We're gonna get boosted up on Cat. He was able to find a frag earlier on in this round and just misses the shots. That's super unfortunate. I'm not even sure if the M4 can be recovered on that MP9 player. Nice nade on a chair. Should do some good damage for Drew. He's by himself, though, now on this B site. ESEA looking to rotate over to support. Oh, and this is... I like this info play a lot. Oh, it's awkward. Both players on A. Incredibly low. But they do manage to get the kill and the intel. Oh, this timing. Could be massive here. Oh, Joel's! He looks away. Akimbo, can they hold here? The flash working against Tensky. Drew with a huge 3K. He saves the round for Akimbo. Oh, I was certain that was going to be a Strife round. The fact that Akimbo managed to pull that one out. That could be the difference maker here. If Akimbo don't win that round and Strife push it to match point, could be looking at a completely different game now, folks. 5 Glocks for Strife. Akimbo should be able to pick this up relatively easily and tie up the game 11-11. Here comes the rush. Out apartments. Lula taking his time. Actually, only is able to find one, and AK recovered. Oh, the position from Drew is spotted out. It's getting messy here from Akimbo. Nice find from Taggy. Oh, yeah, he's got to be so careful. Gonna pull out the USP to clean it up, and the 3 A anchors make it over. Are able to right the wrongs of those B defenders from Akimbo. That was getting real scary, man. Real scary stuff. But we are at 11-11. Will be a full buy out from both these teams. So this is it. This could be the game here for Akimbo. This time ESEA with the op over towards A. Maybe a fast call. Flash is gonna whiff. Hensky maybe just making some pressure over here towards apartments. Gonna exchange some util. But ultimately nothing's gonna happen. U's gonna lurk his way out. But Halen playing the sandwich position. Finds the opening on this round. That bodes really well for Akimbo. Man advantage now for them. And they really don't need to do much. The pressure is on Strife. No money to buy next round. If they're unable to win this round, Tensky. Little lurk around the smoke. Yields him a kill. Is he expecting Alula also in this van position close up? Is not. And the rest of the players are coming up cab, but Alula, 2 beautiful shots. He shuts them down, tucks himself in behind van, waits for reinforcements. And the shot from ESEA tags Gabby down to 10 HP. Just Joel's now 1v4. And surely it's going to be a map point here now for Akimbo. They just have to fade this 4-spy from Strife in order to take this map number 1 and send us the nuke. One Galil, 1 Mac 10. And it's a fast play towards B. Gonna delay just a second for that first incendiary, but they're pulling the trigger. Already out of apartments. 1 for 1 is not what you like to see if you're Akimbo. Drew gets one before going down. ESEA in the site with the 5-7 out. He's not playing any games with the op. And shots from Taggy are just too clean. That is gonna be the 13-11. Akimbo taking their pick of Mirage. And it was an intense map for sure, but Akimbo had the tenacity. They're able to bring it back on their CT side. Actually, they were up on their T side, but just fell back a little bit beginning of their CT. And ultimately able to bring home the win. Just realized we didn't get a chance to look at that scoreboard, but you can see at the bottom there the impact that these players had. Everyone having a relatively good game. Drew a little quiet on this map, but I'll definitely be looking to see what he has to bring the nuke. So we are going to send it to a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, map number 2, it's nuke. All right. We are back with nuke, map number 2. You missed out on map number 1. That was Akimbo's map pick, and they were able to take the victory over Strife. Was a 13-11 victory. And we're right in for map number 2. Not wasting any time at all. Pistol round. Looks like we are going to have Akimbo starting off on the CT side. Of course, this was Strife's map pick. CT side still favored on nuke. pair of dualies. Taggy up on the top of hut. And they're just going to explode out hut here. Taggy is unable to find any kills. Drew, good for one before going down to Melio, but right now, kill feed's lighting up all orange here. 1 for 4, 1 for 5. Big opening rounds here from Strife. They're going to take this first T pistol. And it's a tough, those shots are tough to hit, man. Even from top hut with the dualies, it looks like an optimal spot. And I will admit, I'm not a top hut player, so you know, not a ton of experience in that position. But the more and more I watch people in that position on pistols with the dualies, man, it's not as easy as it may look. Looks like we're still gonna get pretty default setup here from Akimbo, even though they are on the full pistols. No investment in this round. Swing through Squeak is gonna catch Use off guard a little bit, but Mac 10 and armor versus USP no armor. Not even really a contest there. The challenge onto ramp now. I like the attempt from Drew with the Zeus. That's probably your best chance to get a kill in that situation. And yeah, pretty easy cleanup rounds. Melio gonna be farming some serious cash with that Mac 10. Even gonna get that bomb plant down before round ends. It's a little residual cash here for the T's. They are going to stay on those Mac 10s though. Little bonus rounds. Actually, I have a Glil as well. Only one AK. I believe it's on Joel's. This is going to be on Joel's. And they're going to go for a quick vent dive. Spam coming in from Joel's with the AK is going to mask some of the footsteps. He was getting a little stuck going down the ladder, but does make it down without dying. Gonna turn around immediately, ready for Weeza to do something sneaky like that. And it's actually a miracle that they're able to make it down without taking much damage. Oh, and Alula's not ready for the forward position. Oh, and Halen is able to get away with his life, but it's looking worse and worse for Akimbo in this round. Bomb plant's gonna go down for free. The lower sight, and I honestly wouldn't hate a save here from Akimbo. I think you're completely out of position. You've got 2 rifles. Yep. They're already posturing in that direction. Alen's gonna be by himself though over in the CT spawn. You can see they're already hunting for him. Does have a strong position. It's gonna clean up the first. He is still being hunted. Flash from Tensky, second flash. Alen dodges them both. Has the better weapon here. Gonna win his fight. He should make it out with his life. Well, I'm gonna take down Melio as well. The cash, not great here for Akimbo, but at least they save all 3 of their weapons. Strife on the other side, you know, they won those first 2 rounds. We're going to take the 3rd down as well with the bomb plant, so they have no issue rebuying in this round. Probably didn't want to take the Mac 10s over for a 4th round anyways. So they're just going to do the most, or attempt to do the most economic damage as possible to Akimbo. Not able to come up with any kills. Gonna be quick outside into yard. Oh, Weeza getting on top of red. Beautifully timed incendiary as well. Strife goes through it. They're going to drop down under ramp. Nice position from Taggy. He's being backed up by Halen. Halen going to swing, gets the trade, controls the spray real nice. Alula even going to come back up ramp. Make sure that kill is secured. Not ready for the 3rd. But now use 1v3. Really good bait and switch there from Akimbo. Playing back and forth in that ramp room, pulling the attention of the T's very nicely. Now let's just use bomb on his back. But you can see he's reluctant to go for a plant here without finding a pick first. We're looking at the control room, not going to be able to find the kill on Dweeza. Really solid round out from Akimbo there. And it's crazy how quickly the game can shift off of the back of a round like that. Akimbo doing a really good job keeping players up as well. Already, yeah. Gonna get a timeout from Strife. The money's low here for them. Not even gonna have two players with just a singular smoke in their back pocket, and you lose this one, you're going down to pistols. They want to take the extra time, talk it out. Or they get into the action. And we've seen a couple of really fast-paced rounds now from Strife get shut down pretty effectively by Akimbo. Wow, Weeza up on top of the op. Yeah, that's a dangerous position to be in. And Hughes hits another gorgeous shot, single-handedly shutting down this outside control from Akimbo. And I'll be honest, this is the kind of situation, if I'm Akimbo, I gamble. You either stack 3 lower, you stack 3 upper, and you pray they come to you. If they're not walking into your guns, this is a save round. It looks like they're all going to stay upper for now. Balula should have spotted that nade being thrown, so he knows there's still some players in yard. But they're going really controlled here. The lower, they really want to make sure they secure this round, not rushing into anything. And that could come back to bite them. Ooh, making his way down ramp. Hughes might get caught looking the wrong way. He's going to clear it through, though. Spots the gun barrel. Lula doing the best that he can, but it's not going to be enough. Just one player remaining. Only Taggy. Some shots are going to be whiffed. Wow. Very aggressive chase there from Gabby. Going to go down, but even if Taggy's able to save this rifle in this round, it's not the result that Akimbo wanted. I think the pace of the round, too, definitely threw them off. Very, very slow in the mid-round. Just waited to see if the remaining 3 players from Akimbo would play into their angles, especially that T lobby lurk. Terrorists win. And Strife feeling pretty good, off to an early advantage in this game. 4-1 up on the T side of Nuke. Never a bad spot to be in. Investment's still going to come out in this round from Akimbo. Pretty much full utility, just 1 MP9. And Nuke is the kind of map, too, where there's plenty of spots, especially in this upper side to play an MP9 spot. Drew immediately hopping off. It's fast towards ramp. Lulu going to drop the incendiary and fall back here. Full ramp room control. Some Mac 10s. Getting a little antsy. Smoke going to come down. This round is going to come to a dead pause. Still no one rotating down here, though, to back up Balula. He's by himself with the MP9. Drew now going to make his way down to double doors. But he's going to get shut down and swung very fast by the MAC-10. Lula trying to lurk through that smoke. Tensky ready for it. And again, this is just another spot. You're going to have to call the save if you're Akimbo. Strife utilizing this lower sight really well. Oh, ESEA gets the first. He wants to make it out with this gun. Gonna fake running away. Finds the second. Aggie is already retreated all the way. T-spawn. And Halen likewise sitting on the opposite side of the map. So both of them should be safe. Taggy getting hunted down a little bit. Actually, it looks like Joel's just wanting to save as well. Not even going to look for the swing onto Taggy. But yeah, Strife looking real confident on the second map. It is their map pick. Akimbo picked Mirage. They were able to just narrowly clinch that first map, so Strife now, they're the ones looking to take us to a map 3. And wow, we've got the SG out for use up in this marshmallow position. Having that scope can definitely help hitting the headshot, but very aggressive from both teams outside. Kills going the way of Strife, and Akimbo already on the back foot here in this round. They wanted to go for a little bit of a change up. Tried to play more aggressive on outside instead of giving them that control, but it's just so difficult. Strife has the read. They index so many resources outside early. Make sure that they can get this control, and then look, they leave Joel's in this position and back off. He whiffs a little bit on the spray, but it's still going to be a kill for him. And Taggy, not expecting 3 players in that spot. I don't think the Gab was expecting him in that spot either, because it was quick switching from the MAC-10. Oh, and the ammo Drew. He runs out right before he's able to kill Gabby. Just one more bullet would have done it. And Akimbo's starting to look a little worse for wear. They need to collect themselves here. Maybe. Oh, it's going to be a force here from them. I think it's okay. You can get 4 rifles and decent amount of utility. Definitely not the worst buy I've ever seen. And a lot of teams you see take timeouts on their T side, but you know, I wouldn't hate. But if you're unable to get this round from Akimbo, I think they need to take a timeout. They need to slow down this map. Figure out what adjustments need to be made. If you don't start picking up some rounds here on your CT side, it's going to be really, really difficult on your T side. Basically, can't make a single mistake. Opting for a much more passive defense in this round. Not seeing any of that aggression outside like we did in the previous round. Gonna be a late outside wall for Strife. They're gonna make the cross a secret. They have some players out here in position. Oh, but the flash, it's gonna be a garage play. Molly onto site. And it looks like they want to try and end on this upper site. Melio not winning that fight though. 3 kills go the way of Akimbo. And the spray is no good. Halen gets a second on the round. ESEA cleaning up for the last. 3 kills on that round for Halen. My apologies. Completely locking down that wrap outside. And that's a big round from this player. They needed that. Akimbo needed that round to start mounting a comeback in this game. If they can chain a couple rounds in a row, we could be looking at a 6-6 half here. And that'll have to do. Deployed early to slow down this hit. Spam coming in through Squeak. Both sides. Drew looking for it. Lands more damage right now. Oh, Molly coming in. I think that smoke will still be up though. Drew should be able to escape, no problem. Allows them down ramp. Not sure if the molly missed a little bit or if the incendiary missed, but they're all of a sudden they're in lower. And this issue has been plaguing Akimbo this entire CT side. As the rotations lower have just been too slow. Drew makes his way through, somehow denies the bomb plant before going down. But 4v2 situation means that Akimbo, yep, already making their way to save. Nuke is especially... Oh, Taggy almost getting caught there. Good shots from him. Keep the rifle up. But Nuke is especially just one of those maps, man, where if you aren't able to at least go 1 for 1 or find a kill, I mean, you just have to save as a CT. It's so difficult to retake these sites. And I mean, even retaking is no guarantee.
Terrorists win.
It's not dire yet. Still 3 rounds of the half to play. We're actually going to see another T-side timeout. Strife wanting to, they want to be making sure that they're the ones going into the second half of the dominant lead. And I mean, they're doing a great job so far. It's difficult to say, in on a map like Nuke. Nuke is very much like a macro kind of map. Positions as a CT, got to be very fluid on this map, being able to shift quickly, but also understand when you need to shift, when you need to stay. This time, fast play out, and not gonna dive ramp, gonna go straight to the site. Taggy's been waiting for this moment his whole first map. Runs out of bullets, but is good for 3. Drawing out the USP, not able to find any more. Oh, and wait a second. Gabby and Tensky combined for 3. And they're gonna dive vents. This bomb plant should go down. 2v2 situation. Oh man. If you're Taggy, you are praying right now that your teammates, Alula and Halen, can close this out, because he did so much work on that upper site. It would be a shame to let this one slip through their fingers. Gabby, the low HP player, but taking a headshot angle. Incendiary, it could not have been worse timed. Halen reveals his position, is good for the first, but is he expecting the same position from the second player? Oh, the tap and the swing! He 180s, he's ready for the fight. And that was a must-win round for Akimbo. The fact that Halen clutches that wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a Halen clutch in this series, and I'm sure it won't be the last. J-Trop's in the chat sending his energy to Halen in that round. And I mean, it got scary, man. Tag definding 3. You expect the round to already be done after that, but just some very aggressive swings allowed for Strife to get back into that round. Oh, Joel's creeping his way outside. Bullets from Halen this round not able to find their target, but Drew gets one, changes position, gets a second. And Drew has really come alive in this map we were talking about. Apart from, he did have one very impactful 3K on Mirage, but apart from that, a little bit quiet first map for him, but he is really coming to his own on this nuke. And very good at anchoring down this A site. We're going to see Alula walk up ramp to try and get some intel. Strife are just waiting for that opportunity. Drew, quick to rotate down, already at doors. Oh, I'm sorry, he's at control and he finds a third. This might just be a signature Drew round. 4K for him in the round. And now a 1v2. Hughes has the bomb in his back. He's making his way back up ramp. Have to imagine ESEA has the better position here, and he is going to find the final kill. Akimbo, 4 now for them. If they can get this final round, money is broken here for Strife. Most likely just one, maybe one rifle, maybe a Galil as well. Yep. So 2 rifles, some pistols, very limited utility for Strife. Akimbo basically getting everything they want here. Need to be careful about the fast play. Already lining up these outside smokes, Melio. Gonna throw them both. Yeah, you can see double incendiary. Akimbo knows the rounds. They understand the economy here. And the situation that Strife is in. Drew waiting for a lurk through that smoke. But they just cross silently. Oh, smoke's gonna drop. Halen finds a nice timing onto Melio trying to get down to secret. Alula hears a lot of these footsteps. Gets a nice timing on Tensky. Last 3 players do make it down to lower. Should be able to get this bomb plant down. But now, this time, Akimbo favored in the man advantage on the retake. Use very aggressive swing. Finds one. Halen, good refrag. Still a man up. Akimbo, good position here. Just have to be careful of this 1 AK on Joel's. Tech 9 can be dangerous at this range, but Halen finds the kill. They line up for Joel's. 1v1 situation, and Drew's got to defuse. The door's open. Drew lands the shots, and he has a kit. Oh my goodness. That was an intense final round. Huge clutch out from Drew. I thought he was gonna jump around, dance around the doors there, force Drew to either stick or take the fight, but he gives him the fight that Drew wants, and you know Drew is good for that 1v1 every time. So 5-7 now, as Akimbo swaps over to their T side. And it's definitely playable. We've seen Akimbo play on Nuke. They've got some stuff for their T side. Actually, something I thought was interesting is we did see the old outside smokes thrown by Strife a couple times as well on their T side. We know Akimbo like to favor those closer smokes to get across instead of the deeper smokes. But similar kind of look, just the one mini smoke. Oh, and they're gonna crunch onto Joel's here. He gets one before going down. All the CTs want to fight here. Tensky gets 2 back. 3! Can Alula clutch? 1v2, hits the first shot. Just needs to find one more head. Both these players pretty high HP. It's gonna need to be a headshot. And Alula not expecting Tensky already in that position. Huge 4K on the round from him. And that was, I mean, that was just, they were duking it out there in yard. You love to see a pistol round like that. Just taking aim duels. In general, doesn't favor the Glock, but Alula with the P250. Definitely making some work of those CTs. Not enough to get the round in the end, but keeping it close. It's gonna be fast towards ramp. Hughes gets 2 before finally going down. Gets some good damage as well. The MP9 recovered. Oh! Melia running out of ammo. 2 kills now. That's probably it for Alula. All she wrote is going to recover the MP9. Wants to walk back up towards lobby, but going to get caught with his knife out and go down. Not bad damage, though. I think 2 on the round with just Glocks, 1 Tech 9. You're pretty happy with that. First buy round now from Akimbo on their T side. We'll have to see what they've got cooking. And I like, oh, interesting. It's going to be a CT timeout again. The final timeout here for Strife being utilized on this round. That makes me think they want to do a little set play on this CT side. I'm definitely worried if I'm Akimbo. But it does give them a little bit more time to prep in this round. 5 AKs. Pretty good utility across the board. 5 smokes, 5 Molotovs. Little low on the flashes, but can definitely make it work. Actually, the AUG on Use. He's actually the player that bought the SG as well on the T side, so he's definitely favors these scope guns. Probably going to be the outside player, maybe in garage. Elio going to take early contact, possibly. Molotov is good. That's going to force him out of this position. Joel's up close with the MP9. Great spam onto Melio. He gets dropped very low. And they're going to check Joel's as well. 2 opening frags here for Akimbo. Yard is theirs for the taking. And this can be a big round for them if they're able to convert it with not too many casualties. Lula playing sight from out hut. They want to find this. Oh, want to find this ramp player. He's gonna get shut down. Just 2 remain here for Strife. Ensky trying to hide in the smoke. His legs get seen. Is able to find the kill into Taggy, but gets immediately traded by Lula. Now 3v1. Favoring Akimbo. They should have this round all locked up. I'm just going to see if I can find something. Maybe going to wait. Because Nuke, the bomb radius is very large. If you stay here, you're definitely going down. No kit on him either. He's just looking for some exits. Gonna get the kill onto Halen. Recover the rifle. Not sure if he's gonna be able to save that. Oh, and actually Weeza goes down as well. Yeah, the bomb radius on Nuke is deceptively large. Alula gonna make sure he takes down Gabby. Not gonna be able to save the AK over. And money's a little strange for the CTs here. Looks like gonna be a forced buy. 2 players on a double save. They are gonna invest in this round. A pair of Deagles. Or a Deagle and a 5.7, I should say. Not much util either. Looks like outside control again for Akimbo. 3 players already across the secret. Assuming they deployed these smokes again to get across, but actually they're sitting position in secret. Get the opening kill. Yu's gonna find the headshot into Alula though, so they have locked down ramp. Do not have to worry about any lurkers in this position. Could have been an awkward time for Weeza, but he swings and finds 2 beautiful shots from him. That is not the nade you wanted. Gabby forced out into the open off of that incendiary. Somehow is not dead yet, but Taggy swinging from behind that bomb site. Gets a beautiful 2K to close out the round, and slowly but surely, Akimbo climbing their way back into this game. Just a 2-round difference now. Strife, gonna pause. Should be used for a tech. And there's not much going for them in this round either. Gonna be on a full save. So it really should be 8 here for Akimbo. You know what? This is the perfect opportunity. Let's take a look at that scoreboard. Pretty interesting stuff across the board. Definitely everyone contributing. That's probably one of my favorite changes they ever made to this game, was adding the damage and the headshot percentage and things like that onto the scoreboard. Because even Face It won't tell you that in the stats, the ADR or anything like that. So being able to see it in game is quite nice, because kills are not everything. I mean, obviously they tell a tale, but not the whole tale. Lula keeping up respectably in damage. We are going to have the unpause, get straight back into this game. Taggy and ESEA getting 2 apiece in that previous round. Really big round for both those players. Looks like CT stack over in this mini position. Drew's got to be careful not to get caught out by a swing from all 5 of these players. But look how much intel Alula's gathering right now. Already walked all the way across ramp, made his way down. Bomb should be rotating over here. Yup, Taggy. Bomb on his back. And I like that Drew even fell back as well from outside. No reason to take any crazy fights. You don't want to run into a stat, give over an AK. And I'd like to see them all exit together as well. Probably going to go towards Drew, already sitting in that ramp position. Should be a relatively safe spot. They're going to spot him holding that angle. Alula behind, though, with the MAC-10. The ladder finds where all of the CTs are. He saw at least 4 on that peak. And they want to get some damage done. Navigating some nice headshots, and even if they don't take these players down, if they get some dinks, the bomb will take them down. Taggy, or just barely surviving, but Drew not going to make it out of there alive. So although the round does go the way of Akimbo, they do lose 3 players, so some decent economy damage done to them. They will be able to full buy, though, in this round and still have plenty of money on Taggy and Halen. But this is a big one. Use on this AUG again. He's really favoring this weapon. Gonna be sacrificing some of that utility Joel's to tuck himself in the back of garage. Outside smokes again. Thrown by Akimbo. Oh, Lulu. Alula, I should say, not a Lulu. I'm sorry, Alula. Just barely finds a good time in the smoke. Sometimes the way it blooms can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Today, it seems like it's Alula's best friend. Manages to sneak across. Silently make his way down vents. He's going to join up with his team here. ESEA taking his time outside. We're seeing similar things. Oh, but maybe Akimbo is too slow. 2 players quickly rotating down for Strife, and they're in position now to receive these tees. Door's gonna open on himself. site. Use finds one, gets a third. He's even gonna pull out the pistol, and he wants more. Weasel pulls the knife out, and he gets two before going down, but oh, it's so unfortunate. For Akimbo, they had the right read there, but just a little bit slow on getting to the site allows for that rotation to come in. I was gonna say, right when I was saying that, just before Strife rotated, I was saying it's looking a little bit similar to Akimbo's CT side, where they're just over-indexing upper a little bit. They weren't getting rotations down to that bottom site fast enough to support. And that was just ending up, you know, how many rounds did we see where they had 3 players just had to save? Oh, Yu's getting in there. Auto shotty. I think he caught a timing on Alula. He did. Gonna be able to recover that AK, and Joel's is gonna have the intel. He can hear these players getting down secret. Drew gonna get tagged up heavy through that smoke. And there's gonna be no slow crawl from them down here now to the lower site. And yeah, the rotations, again, just so quick. Tensky's lining them up. Melio able to get that trade. Now just Taggy. 1v4, just a deagle in his hands. He's gonna go down. And it started to look really good for Akimbo, but it's starting to crumble. Their money is now broken. Gonna be forced to take a full save here. Single smoke, Deagle and Tech 9. That same setup from Use. That's him another kill. Drew, no fear. Dropping off Mini. Oh, nice swing from Alula. Almost finds 2. Oh, almost are able to get the kill into the back of Joel's. Weezy now in a tough spot. It's a nice idea to try and pinch that player stuck in Mini, but just doesn't end up working out for them. And we're on match point now. Strife looking to push us to map number 3, which will... Actually, don't remember what map it is, to be honest with you. I'll have to double check that. But it does not matter at the moment, because right now Akimbo fighting to survive on Nuke. They need to chain 4 in a row to push us to OT, otherwise we are going to map number 3. That's right, it is Anubis for the 3rd map. Halen and Taggy, though, 1 apiece. They're going to open this round up. And maybe silently make their way up here to heaven. Weezy needs to win this fight. Gabby's ready for him, but good trade from Alula. Ready to pounce from Hut. Now Tensky carries position for him. Gets 1 and drops away. Are they going to be expecting Use? He has the shotgun. It's such a dangerous weapon in this position. Tensky going for the long rotate as well. I'm not sure if Alula heard that. Both these players low. Still possible for Alula, but he doesn't have the bomb. All it could take is 1 bad timing here. And that's going to be Tensky closing out this map, 13-8. Strife will take it and push us to map number 3, which will be Anubis. Good attempt out from Akimbo there to make their way back into that game, but just giving over a little bit too many rounds on their CT side. Ultimately came back to bite them on their T side. So we're headed to map 3. We're going to send it to a short break, but when we return, map number 3, which will be Anubis. All right. We're back. Map number 3. You guys did miss it. Akimbo taking the first map. Their map pick was Mirage. They took that map 13-11. Second map we just played, Nuke. And definitely Strife getting the better of them on that map. 13-8. But now they're on Anubis. And this one's the one that matters. This is the one that determines whether you'll be moving on or whether your playoff run ends here. Akimbo taking the knife round. They selected the T side. And it's going to be fast out towards A. Smoke and flash already lined up for Drew. Spamming the flashes over here. Quick out onto the site. Rolls and U's. Tapping away with the USPs. Bomb plant's going to go down, though. Weeza, Drew, and Halen. 3 kills for Akimbo. Weeza gets a second as well. Drew in a super powerful spot as well, denying Pensky from getting into A main. And Drew knows all he has to do is wait. Pensky in an impossible position. Weeza gonna find that final kill. And it was a little hectic over on that A bomb site. A really nice set play from Akimbo. Very quick with the utility. Aiding them to get into the site and get that bomb down. And I really like plays like that, especially on a pistol or a lower buy. If you're able to get the bomb down fast and around, all of a sudden the pressure shifts. You know, right now, pressure's on the T's to get into the site, get the bomb down. But as soon as the bomb plant goes down, that pressure shifts onto the CTs. They are now the ones that are on the clock that have to defuse that bomb before it blows up. So Akimbo, strong start in this round. Molotov's gonna come out, but re-smoke into dark means that Strife gonna be okay for now. Definitely don't want to push into a close angle like that if you're Akimbo. You know that they're gonna be on the 5-7s this round. If they're deploying utility, they forced into this round. Need to be trying to look for the longer angle gunfights if you can get them. Execute again out towards A. 2 players already here for Strife. And a lurk through mid. Shag is able to get one. Didn't realize that we had a substitute here for Akimbo. But so far he's looking strong on the MAC-10. 3 on the round for him, farming some serious money. And that's a good confidence booster. Especially if you're just now getting on the server. All these other players have had 2 maps to warm up now. I see Alula had to go, so Shag is taking over for him. So far, he's doing him proud. Okay, Pensky. Getting a little excited there. You do team damage. This isn't a pug. Gonna give his teammate a little love tap with the knife. They don't have much to work with in this round, but they do have a deagle. A couple of deagles, actually. So still something to be aware of, or be wary of, if you're Akimbo. Of course, they don't know this, but... the slow approach, and now the deagle's been revealed. I think the option is going to be to circumvent this. Taggy finds the other deagle. He's going to make his way out on the A site. A swing. Good dink, though, from Joel's. And Melia's going to clean it up. Oh, Shag ready. He knows that the AK is going to try and be recovered there. And keeping 4 alive is really good, all things considered, in that round from Akimbo. Because there was a force buy in the second, they get these first 3. In a pretty good spot. Started to build up a little bit of this money. We's on the MAC-10 still, but can still do some damage as the entry. Spray and pray, run and gun. Sometimes even the best Counter-Strike players fall victim. And Joel's right now stuck in the site. Nate does some good damage. Well, now Molotov gonna do a great job pushing Joel's out. Beautiful shots from Taggy, finds 2 heads. And surely they know now that the A-bomb site is available for the taking, but actually a 3rd player here. And a couple low players from Akimbo. They could very easily equalize this round. ESEA gonna try and shoulder peek. Gonna go down to the op. Tensky staying stalwart over here on the B-bomb site. Akimbo might be second guessing themselves a little bit here, making their way back over to B. Taggy gonna go first, the low HP player. Give his teammates an opportunity to trade. But he clears Gabby, beautiful shots. Finds 1 more kill before going down. Not sure if Drew spotted the op there. I don't think he did. But has a smoke to deploy. And it's most likely going to be a save out from this op. No opportunity for a retake. So a really good round from Akimbo. Again, keeping 3 players alive. Taggy with some incredible shots.
Terrorists win.
And Akimbo out to an early lead here in this Anubis. One of the few maps right now in the pool that is T-sided. And Akimbo's showing why right now. On for a 5th. Probably not going to see a full force around this op. Maybe just a couple of upgraded pistols. So it's going to be up to Melio to have a big moment in this round. If Strife want to have a chance in taking this. Akimbo early out towards A again. They're actually going fast over towards A. ESEA in first. Molotov clearing out the close positions, and the op is not over here. Op is out towards B. Smokes and mollies going down, making sure that they have the full coverage that they need. And a completely free plant going down now for Akimbo. And unless Strife want to play some exits here, I mean, it looks like they want to still try and go for it. Joel's gets 1, but is not going to be able to get across to get that rifle. ESEA controls the spray very nicely. And yeah, it looks like it's just going to be the exit play. Drew finds using the corner with the shotgun. Good trade from Tensky. They've got to get away from this bomb, though. Oh, the op. Dangerous. ESEA with a lot of trust in his teammates there to not flick onto the Deagle player. He knows his job is to deal with the op and doesn't find the kill, but keeps him from getting any, having any impact. Already we're getting a timeout here from Strife. Strife's been really utilizing all their timeouts in all 3 of these games so far. This is really their first full investment that they've had all map. They definitely need to make something of it. Even some of the most one-sided maps, CT or T side, you still have to put up some rounds on the weaker side. You cannot, going into a second half when you're playing against teams of these caliber, chance of, if Akimbo goes up 10-2, 9-3, I mean, it's just so difficult, even going in onto the favorite side if you're Strife. Because all it takes is one mess up on a T round, one miscommunication, One missed smoke, and the entire game can fall apart from the seams. It almost looks like alert smoke deployed there. Visa finds the headshot through it. And Shag and Taggy. Taggy with the tag team. Really nice entry out from them. Bomb's gonna go down safely, and I mean, I think it's a save. It's just gonna have to be a save. And the change up in pace in these rounds from Akimbo has done wonders in catching Strife off guard. Weeza not ready for that gunfight though. But I mean, their economy is in such a spot that they're not worried about losing a gunner here. A gun here or there. Definitely gonna chase down these kills. Shag, beautiful shot onto Use.
Terrorists win.
Shag really making a statement in this third map. He obviously, this might be his first map on the server tonight, but definitely not his first, definitely not his first rodeo. Shots are looking crisp right now. Probably had a nice little warm up just in case he had the opportunity to show off his stuff. He's looking real good so far. 7 kills right now. Lining up some util. Flash out towards B main. Didn't spot the player that crossed though. Should have info based on his footsteps. Just gonna hold for right now. Gonna swing wide though and finds a favorable timing on Tensky right when he pulls out the nade. And he knows there's another one. Beautiful shots out from Shag. I'm not sure that anyone can stop this man. Rest of Akimbo all the way through. Mid towards A, and Shag might just be coming in for the perfect backstab use. Stuck in a terrible spot. Gonna try and retreat with the op.
Terrorists win.
No opportunity. Shag's gonna close it out. 3K on the round for him. I mean, it's just a flawless game so far out from Akimbo. Their Anubis looking primed and ready. Yeah, it's already going to be another timeout here from Strife. They are feeling the pressure of this third game. And something that we saw recently, too, one of the games that I casted in advanced is first 2 maps were incredibly close. You know, both teams duking it out, actually going to overtime in both those games. But once it got to the third map, one team just ran out of steam and basically got rolled over. I was on Inferno. I believe it was a 13-1 on Inferno. And sometimes that's what happens. I mean, these games, especially if you're an East Coaster, going pretty late, you know, sometimes you can start to get a little tired, a little fatigued. Counter-Strike, you know, most people don't think it too much of a physical game, but definitely a mental game. And you've got to stay sharp at this high level if you want to be able to keep up in the fragging department, making sure that your team can pull ahead. Tensky is going to get the opener. And Melio responds as well onto Halen. So this might be this is already shaping up to be a first round here for Strife. Joel's very ambitious. And I'm not sure that was really necessary. This gives Akimbo an avenue back into this round. They know the op is over towards this B site. Actually, I think the pick went down on mid, but Melio's rotated back over to B. Might catch Shag. Oh, the shoulder peek. Shag's gonna go down. And the nice thing, too, about being up in money, being up in rounds like this, is if you're Akimbo, you can still try and go for this round. I don't think you need to save these rifles over. Shag's sitting at max money right now. Can definitely drop a couple rifles, and any damage that you can do to Strife's economy is going to be super good. Drew on the swing. Doesn't quite get the frag onto Gabby. Going to go down, so that's going to be Strife picking up their first on their CT side. But definitely Strife not giving up just yet. Still making plays here. Weeza gets the opener, but immediately trade by Use. I'm not sure the refrag was able to come in there. Tensky, 1-for-1 again. Shag just dancing around this pillar. Good for 2. He's doing so much work over on this B main position. Gonna try and get this bomb planted. Halen in support. 2v2 in the post plant. The spam not quite dropping Shag, so he's gonna just barely make it out with his life. Halen's, it's gonna be up to him in this round. Both these CT players, relatively high HP. Actually, Use on 30. And Shag's gonna get flashed through the smoke. Oh, but they heard the footstep. Oh, and that's so unfortunate for Shag. It's gonna be up to Halen to find both. Controls the spray beautifully. Does not panic at all on the double swing. Big 1v2 out from Halen, and that's, I mean, that's, oh, it's so bad for, it's so bad for Strife. Because they win that round, which resets their loss bonus, and then lose the next one. So their money is again in the dumps. It's gonna be a forced buyout from them, but this is, I mean, if they're unable to win this round, I mean, we could easily be looking at an 11-1 half. And I mean, Akimbo's done well to just not let their foot off the gas. I mean, they are just pummeling Strife right now from every angle. And Shag, the man on your screen right now, putting in some great work. Oh, beautiful flash. Joel's caught completely unsuspecting. And Melio starts his rotation, his pilgrimage over to this A bomb site, but they're not committed. Bomb's still all the way back, almost a T spawn. Use gets one over the smoke. Gonna back up. Retreats to the site. But these CTs are split 2 and 2. So all Akimbo needs to do, group up, hit this site. Halen gonna try his luck again in B main. Is able to get a kill on the Melio before going down. But they are just committed. And Use making footsteps as well. He gives away his position. And Akimbo should just commit onto this A site. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Oh, Drew. Heard those footsteps, but wasn't expecting Tensky from behind. So now, 2v2. And the whiffed op shot from Weeza. This is doable now. Shag in the 1v2. Incendiary to check his position, but the spray control is so perfect. And I mean, it can't be understated how much impact Shag has had so far in this map. I mean, everyone on Akimbo contributing for sure, but 14 kills on this man. We're not even into the second half yet. I mean, just a masterclass from him. Putting on a clinic right now with this AK-47 in his hands. And this is the third timeout expended for Strife now. This is it. They've got none for their T side. They're saying if we don't start getting some CT rounds right now, there's not going to be a T side for us to call timeouts on. So I respect the decision, but it might be too little too late. They're going to have an investment in this round. A bit of a ragtag buy, a couple MP9s, 3 M4s, 3 full sets of utility. It's nothing to be scoffed at, but I think Akimbo have just been playing so controlled, so methodically on this map so far on their T side. They can just bleed this utility out. They know the money's not great for Strife. Much slower rounds for Akimbo. They definitely want to make sure that they can start forcing some of this utility out. Incendiary and nade out from Melio. I don't think that nade did very much. Oh, Drew's just waiting for the aggression up mid. He's done such a good job punishing this. Did get caught off in that previous round, but apart from that, has just been so good at locking down this flank from ever coming in. 2 players in dark, find the first kill. Shag in a swing, gets the kill on Tensky. You know he's good for it. Taggy in a beautiful position. He hears 2 footsteps. Gonna take out the first, knows where the last player is. Only 5 bullets. Gonna go down. Oh, and Melio getting frisky with it. MP9. Fortunately, at that range, be very pressed to get a kill with the MP9 at that distance, but you can see he was trying to recover the AK, but just a little out of his reach. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be another force in this round from Strife. It's all they can do at this point, but just like I said a few rounds ago, we could very well be looking at an 11-1 half here from Akimbo, and they've got to be feeling so good right now in the driver's seat. And these Molotovs have just been so good. From Akimbo, Drew, no hesitation, goes right through the smoke with Shag. Nade gonna clear out the close corner. Smoke and flash coming out, but they're not ready for that swing from Joel, and he's getting aggressive. He goes for a second. The aggression from Joel's is insane in this round. 3K drops on them. He's fed up. He is tired of Akimbo walking all over him, and he's ready to take this game into his hands. 2v2 now. Joel's very low HP, but he's given his team a chance at least to scrape up 2 on their CT side. Aggie. Oh, the crosshair placement. Weeza now with the op. Not sure if he heard Melio, but Weeza definitely been discovered now, and Melio going to win that fight with the M4. So Strife is able to pick up 2 rounds. But you have to imagine that Akimbo can close it out here, especially if they're able to take the pistol. It's all going to come down to this pistol. If Strife's able to get this pistol, there might be a chance that they can start clawing their way back into this game, but it's just, it's so difficult with this little rounds on the board. I mean, you are 3 rounds away from winning this series. If you're Akimbo, Drew, gonna go down early though. Aggie in a strong spot if they end up coming towards A. Shag here to back him up. And the flash is through. Does blind tagging for a little bit. Is he able to get at least 1? He's not. Shag and Weeza get 1 apiece. Weeza charging in, desperate to get something done. And now Halen 1v3, and he's going to go down immediately. Joel's big round from him. 3K. 2 with the dualies, 1 with the Glock. And I think this is the kind of situation. You're Akimbo, no reason to rush into it, no reason to force buy in this round. You have plenty of rounds to play with here. Full save this round, get an investment in the next one. Couple MAC-10s, couple Galils as well for these Ts. You can use that to their disadvantage in the following round that will commence. Make them bleed this util too. I don't think you need to give them too many fights. Look for some timings. Big nade. He just knows that Shag's in that corner. Oh, Weeza finds a nice timing. Can hear that reload go down. Gets at least 1 kill. These footsteps heard from Taggy. So only 1 kill over for Akimbo, but I mean, again, they weren't expecting to get much in that round. And now, oh, the op even coming out from Weeza. No armor. He's going for the glass cannon op. And I've seen him do it before, but it's just so risky in a round like this. 2 MAC-10s and a Galil on the board. Sight smoke. Give them some space in B main. Who's going to walk his way through? Here's the nade. Being prepped. Being primed. The Molotov aimed towards the back of the site here. Going to flush out that Pillars player. And fully blind. Halen goes down without a frag. But Shag somehow manages to find 2. Oh, Drew not quite able to get that kill. 2 players remain now 2v2. And the op on Weeza, now this is where it becomes an issue. No armor. They do have a flash. Weeza's gonna blind peek it though. And he sacrifices himself to give this intel to Taggy. Taggy gonna run in with the FAMAS and get the clutch. No kit, no problem. Plenty of time on this defuse. And that's gonna be the 11th here for Akimbo.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I actually really love that play as well from Weeza. When you don't have armor in that position and you have the op on the retake, you just throw... the fact that he gets 1 is huge in that position. He gets 1, and then he just throws his body at the site. He knows the Taggy's got his refrag there every day of the week, and he gives the intel to his teammate. Taggy, of course, saving the op over for him. Into the next round, says thank you very much for that assist. Made to clear the smoke, but feel the desperation from Strife. It was not in the cards to lose that round. Now just 2 away from elimination. Got the intel now that the hit's coming in towards A. Joel's and U's combined for 1 apiece. Might just be a save call here from Akimbo. Saving an MP9 and FAMAS. Does not feel great, but it's better than throwing these guns away to the T's. It's really clean entry out. It's so unfortunate that Weeza loses the op over on that A site too. Playing down on the site with the op. Such an aggressive angle to be playing. Shag, good kill into Joel's. Definitely going to hurt their economy a little bit going to this next round, but I think they're trying to hunt. They want to get these guns out of the CT's hands. Not giving them any chance in the next round, but Halen drops the MP9, but Shag gets the free frag. So all in all, that's a favorable trade for Akimbo. Keeping the rifle. The 2 rifles in their hands and trading a rifle for an SMG back. Oof, it's a tough round though. 3 players on $2,000 apiece. I think it's just gonna have to be a full save from Akimbo. You don't want to force around a FAMAS and an M4. Just a couple of flashes purchased by Taggy. Maybe they're going to look to try and do something around B main, and they are going to explode out. Shag! Incredible 2-piece again from him. And I don't think they're going to use any more here. The rest of it... Oh, Weeza gets caught looking down towards water. Shag's trying to make something happen. He jumps up. Nice frag from him. Good control. Gets big damage onto Use. But he's stuck now back to the wall against these remaining 2 players. No ammo in the mag of his M4, but really nice try from Shag. I mean, he's just making every single one of these rounds competitive, even when it looks lost. And not a big deal for Akimbo. Again, like we were talking about earlier, they have plenty of rounds to play with here. Still up by 5, 2 away from map and series point, and they're back on the full investment. Weeza has the op in his hands again. Oh, and he goes out towards mid early. Thinks about taking a shot, but thinks better of it. Also try and find a timing here. And he just might. The T's peek him. Oh, the spam. They know Tensky's tried something here. He is going to catch Shag a little bit off guard, but the flick is good from Shag. Now over towards A. Hughes just loves these scoped weapons, man. He has been going towards it every time, and it's working for him. Gets a kill onto Weeza. Getting a little bit of a goofy angle here from the auto director. Good for a second. Good for a third. Hughes just spraying them all down.
Bomb has been planted.
Maybe there's something to this SG. Akimbo not out of this round yet, though. 2v3 retake situation. The positions are really strong, though. Taggy goes for the swing onto the camera player. Not able to pick up the frag, and now Drew. Gabby trying to seal him in. At least going to be able to get one as he makes his exit. But Akimbo going to have to rally and try again.
Terrorists win.
Drew maybe trying to recover the op here? I'm not sure. Grabs a kit for himself. And it's getting close now. Probably just going to be a little light investment again from Akimbo, so... You know, that 9-round game turned into a 7-round game, which is now a 4-round game. It can very quickly get out of control if Strife starts to snowball. Shag with the Mag 7. In towards Dark. That's smoke, actually. Oh, with the Molotov. He's going to swing. Gets one. I don't think he was able to get much damage onto the second. Now just 2 players stuck here on the side. Drew, though, with the M4 in his hands. That reload gives away his position. The smoke just obscuring Aelin from view. And he knows he can't stay in this position for too much longer as the smoke begins to fade. Drew, 3 players defined, not even going to be able to get one. And you can save the Kevlar over. Actually, Weeza manages to recover a rifle. He's going to go down. Now just Taggy. 1 versus 4. Just a 5-7. He actually gets one. Pretty good for him to find that player. But that should be about all she wrote. Okay. Really nice headshot again, though, from Taggy. So he's doing some good damage to him. Money's not quite in a spot where these kills are super impactful, but... Oh my goodness, Gabby really whiffed super hard. Taggy letting him know. So actually, it's starting to make a difference here. They are going to be able to get a rebuy in. Still plenty of money across the board, but losing 3 players in the back of that round is not something you were expecting to have to deal with. And the money's still definitely in control of Strife, but full investment again. Akimbo are going to try one more time. All they need is 2 to close this map out. Early smoke in towards A main. Weeza gonna attempt to find some info through that smoke. Doesn't spot anything, so he's already started to back off. Flash though into A main. Good nade. Taggy. Oh, and Drew in such a tough spot. That was a one or done kind of spot. He was committed to it. And it comes back to bite him. Does get really good damage onto Melio, and actually that might assist Taggy in finding a second, but instead it's going to be Shag who swings and gets that kill. So alarm bells are going off now for Strife, and even though it's an insane flick from Tensky onto Halen, Shag there for the trade. Now man advantage up. Akimbo feeling comfortable in this round. And they spot the remaining two players in towards B main. Shag and Weeza close out this round and push Akimbo to match point. And you know what? I'm eating my words right now because I was talking about how those kills from Taggy on that round where all he had left was a 5-7 and a dream didn't mean much at all. But take a look at this possible final round of play. 2 MAC-10s and a Galil. Very limited utility for the T's. Oh, and this boost is just money. It gets a little awkward there. Oh, and Weez is going to go down. It gets incredibly awkward. And Hughes might have a good timing here. Spots Drew. Drew gonna wide swing, but doesn't land the shots. It's starting to come apart. Just as I was talking about the great position that they're in, they even are going hunting. Dangerous stuff, but they smell blood in the water. They want to make sure that Akimbo take nothing into this next round. The best Strife can do at this point is play for OT, but if they're going to be doing that, they want to make sure that Akimbo has no rifles against them. Goals gets the better of Shag, and now just Halen the back of B site. Will drop with that low HP. Big 3K from Joel's in that round. And oh man, I thought that was it. That boost was so perfect. But I think they panicked a little bit with the spam coming through. Weeza got spotted on the boost and just barely misses the shot through the smoke. Does good to wait behind the pillar before, you know, throwing the incendiary, but just gets caught on a stray spam. Still, Kimbo 3 rounds to close it out. They're going to take another light buy. Halen and Shag stacked up on this B main smoke. No one to pop a flash through here, so they're just going to go dry. They might be able to overpower this single lurch. Taggy, great spot, and he gets 2. This man is a monster with the 5-7. He's still not down, is able to recover the rifle and get away with his life. Taggy might have just won the entire game for them. Weeza with an M4 in hands as well, and this is very doable for them now. Taggy even giving the rifle over to Drew. And Taggy takes first contact. Oh, but Drew not able to find a kill. And Weeza's desperate. He knows it's now or never on the swing. Oh, there's a real opportunity in that round for Akimbo. They fall just short. Just didn't have the HP or armor to work with there. We're actually getting a pause from Strife, which gives Akimbo a little bit of time to collect themselves here. Apart from Weeza, everyone going to be able to full buy, and this rifle can be dropped over, assuming Halen stays alive with it.
Terrorists win.
Oh, and he's looking to fight, but I don't think anyone's going to give him the fight. So here we are. Another round. The fact that Strife has made it all the way, has clawed it all the way back to 12-10 is pretty impressive. You know, it definitely goes say something about their tenacity. We were talking about tenacity at the beginning of this map, especially with that early lead that Akimbo was able to pull out ahead with. But Strife has shown that they are not done with this game yet. 2 more rounds is what they need to push us to OT. I believe Strife just having a bit of a tech issue here. That's why the map is paused at the moment. So you know what? It's another great time. Take a look at this scoreboard. Oh my goodness. Shag is, I don't even know what to say about that performance, man. 28 kills. 2,500 damage. Hughes has definitely come alive in this T-sided half. Putting in great work with that SG, but I mean, Shag is just putting the team on his back right now. A couple of very impactful rounds from Taggy as well in the last couple. Even on the pistol, he's getting it done. But really impressive stuff out of both of these teams. And you could not have asked for a better matchup tonight. The question is, how is it going to conclude? Just a few more rounds of play. Is it going to end in 13 rounds for Akimbo, or are we going to OT in this map number 3? Oh, the spam. Aggression in mid is going to get punished. ESEA goes down. Halen on the trade. And a walk through the smoke. Joel's maybe trying to catch a reload timing there out, but not expecting the second player in position, ready to go. Man advantage now for Akimbo. This is their opportunity to close this map out. Oh, but the swing onto B main. And Halen was just a little bit too far away from Shag. Now Drew, it's up to him. Can he redeem himself? And this map is not able to find the kill. 1v2 now. Taggy. He has pulled off some insane clutches so far in this map. But is it going to be enough? No smoke, no incendiary to work with, just a nade and a flash. And the bomb planted in a tough spot. He's not sure if the players are B main or if they're in dark. He's going to swing aggressive and go down. And this is it. 24th round of regulation. Oh, just the communication from Akimbo. You can see it start to break down in that round. Not sure. Maybe it was Shag who called for that B main push, but it was just a little bit separated. Only able to get 1 for 2 there, and then the Drew just stuck in the back of the site. No help after his 2 players went down. So now we're going to see the first time out here taken from Akimbo. They're going to talk it over. Not a ton of utility to work with. 4 M4s, though. The fact that they're able to muster that together, not bad. Drew on a FAMAS, but not the biggest deal. I honestly wouldn't even mind him on an MP9 with more utility here, but he's opting for the FAMAS. And this is it. It's all come down to this. Early mid pressure. The nade going a little deep. Not going to blow open the smoke, but the spam from Hughes finds ESEA again. And he has just been getting the better of ESEA in this mid 1v1. And that's going to spell some problems here for Akimbo. They have no control over the middle of the map right now. Molotov going to force these players. Drew's going to go forward or burn. He knows there's nowhere to go. Good dink from Taggy. He's desperately trying to hold it down. And Halen's going to have to make the play of a lifetime, but the spray just barely whiffs. And it's looking like all but overtime for these two teams. Joel's ult turns away. Just the wrong time. Shag now 1v4. He's had a monster map, but I think it's even too much for him. And we're headed to overtime. I mean, that just goes to show you, too, how tough this map is for CT. Overtime. 3 rounds on each side. Right now, we're first to 16. Takes the map. Need 4 rounds to close it out. Akimbo staying on the CT side. Oh, that nade. Good timing. But just tucked in. Joel's manages to keep his life there. Drew with a good incendiary. Should hear player burning. That's a big frag. Very impactful to pick up. That's the top performer. Oh, Halen just wanted to get a little jiggle peek in. He's going to go down. So 1 for 1. And you can tell at this point in the match as well, these players, they're just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what's going to stick. ESEA. Oh, he gets... Oh, it's so tantalizing. Doesn't whiff the shot this time. He's going to go for more. Finds a second. His teammate was ready with the drop through mid. Going to get a tag on that third player. Melio dropped very low, but has the op in his hand. Jag protected. That Molotov actually not going in towards his position. He's going to swing. Beautiful timing there. Finds the 2-man spray down. First round going over to Akimbo. And you have to imagine if they had just played rounds a little bit more conservative on their CT side, that 13th round could have been a 12th round when they, or a 13th round when they needed it before OT. The fact that they're able to start picking up some CT rounds is big. That's where the side that both of these teams have struggled on. Little nade strike coming in. The nade to try and get some shots in towards the water players, but not much going to come of it, apart from a little bit of damage to both sides. Joel's swinging through that smoke, though. Aggressive smoke from Taggy. And Drew's trying to fall back. He pops a flash, but it only gets 1. Actually, that was a smoke. And Gabby and Hughes just completely open up the site. Halen able to get 1, but 13 or 19 HP. Just as quickly as Akimbo takes the first round of OT, Strife gets 1 right back. Halen going to attempt to save this AK over into the next round.
Terrorists win.
So we're 1 for 1 right now in this OT. And now that we're here, I mean, I've got nothing to say But good things about both these teams. This match has really delivered. Flash coming in, gonna blind ESEA, not even gonna take a shot on the angle there. Doesn't want to give away his position, but he is gonna go down as a result of it. Free smoke going on B main. But the T's are making their way over to A. 4 stacked up outside of A main. Just the one mid lurk, Tensky. This flank might come in at just the perfect time. Drew still has bridge control. He's gonna take a peek in water. Gets timinged, unfortunately, but Tensky now separate from the rest of his team. The flank coming in very quick, but Joel's is ready for it. Swings, finds 2. Now just Drew, 10 HP. That's going to be 2 rounds on the T side, 1 on the CT side for Akimbo, but I mean, I'm honestly happy with that if I'm Akimbo. I mean, out of their entire CT side, just 2 rounds. So 12 rounds of play, only 2 picked up in regulation. Now in OT, 1 out of 3 is pretty damn good for Akimbo, so they just need to convert. They just need to keep doing what they were doing in the regulation rounds on their T side. And they can definitely close this one out. Pop out for ESEA. Oh, and it's perfect. The boost is beautiful. That's what they've been looking for all game. This time over towards mid instead of over towards A main. But getting that opening onto use is a huge frag to find. He has been so problematic in Akimbo getting this mid control, whether it be on CT or on T. They're gonna blow away that B main smoke cover. But Tensky's actually on an island over here in this B site. Very irregular to see. Gabby rotating through mid. And that Molotov gonna force him out. He actually gets 2 though with the spray before finally going down. Missed op shot from Melio, and ESEA's gonna slide right back into the crosshair. So Akimbo with the sight. But Strife with the man advantage, and Gabby such a quick flank. No way Taggy can possibly expect that. Halen 1v3, we've seen it before out of him. But it was not meant to be in this round. And this map, this OT could definitely be going the distance here, folks. These teams both trading CT rounds is a scary sight to see. Because these CT rounds were nowhere to be found during regular play. I mean, 2 CT rounds apiece for these 2 teams. And already in OT, they've each picked up 1. Just 1 away now. Strife could close it all right here. This is it. Akimbo holds and takes us to a possible second overtime. Or does Strife close it out? Big nades onto Halen. He's gonna eat 2 of those. Doesn't eat too much damage though. Still at 66. coming in. Yu's going to be forced out into the waiting arms of Akimbo. He somehow manages to get one, though, before going down. Swift trades from Akimbo. Still 4-4. Chag waiting for this B main push. He was so strong in this position before, but it looks like they do not want to give him any fights. The call. Akimbo still talking it out. Not sure they want to end. Shag's got a bit of a trek here if he's making his way back over towards A. Looks like with that util thrown in, faking out a little bit about this B pressure, and it's definitely working. 3 players still held over here at the B site. The rotation's going to come in late. Akimbo explode out, and they might just be able to get this bomb plant down for free. Are they expecting Joel's in this position? He chooses not to peek, so the bomb plant goes down. But they don't clear Joel's in the close corner. Taggy finally getting the trade. Shag is activated, but he doesn't find a kill on the lurk through mid, and now Drew in the 1v3. Pensky goes through the smoke. Can Drew find the third? He does! 4 on the round for Drew. And he keeps Akimbo alive. And he needed to make that play. That could have been it for Akimbo. But he gives them a chance at a second OT. This time, oh, Drew almost getting caught on that shift. Weezer there to back him up. They get the opener again. Drew brought very low. But 5 guns is better than 4. Smoke coming out and 2 players over towards mid right now. Flash coming over the top. Louisa, he's ready for it. He knows the play that they're attempting to make. Gabby feeling like he needs to make a swing onto B main. Oh, Taggy gonna go through the smoke, but finds the head. And this B side is now open. 1v3 Akimbo looking to push us to OT number 2. And no reason to save this op if you're Melio. He's got to go for it. Going to change up his position, make his way over to CT. Clearing his corners, but Akimbo not giving him a single peek. And the op in this position, pretty much impossible. So we are going to OT number 2. Smoke getting dropped. Hit spawn here. Maybe a fast play out towards B. Weeza looking for an opener. With the AWP, gonna blow the smoke open. Looking towards pillar. Nothing to be found there. And eats a nade straight to the face. Gonna get back across. Gabby with the opener on the round on the Halen. But a much slower paced round. Melio gonna find a pick as well. Round already looking rough for Akimbo. And I mean, the story of this game has been the T rounds, but CT rounds coming alive now finally in overtime. They can be the difference makers in who takes this map and takes the series. And you know these players have been around for a while. They remember the days. MR15. So we're just now entering OT number 1 if you're talking about the old system. So they've got the stamina, they've got the tenacity, and with the bomb going down, Shag and Taggy, they do their best to fend off the retake, but it's not going to go down. Defuse gonna come in. And that's the first CT rounds going over to Strife in this OT number 2. And you know, we got to run that by this Akimbo roster. I petitioned to get Shag to change his name to Shaggy, so we got Shaggy and Taggy on this team. How's that for a duo name right there? Having some ping issues, apparently. Yeah, Gabby spiked to 140 there. He's coming down, though. Oh. Not just yet. Hopefully, it lowers pretty quick here. I know. With every pause, these players are, they're ready for a conclusion to this game. But we're going to get a DC. Gabby maybe going to get a little restart of his game here. Yeah, if you're just joining us, bad guy, this is map number 3, Anubis. We are in OT number 2. Akimbo was able to win their map pick of Mirage 13-11, followed by Strife taking map number 2, Nuke 13-8. And now we find ourselves on Anubis, and we are going the distance. Gabby has reconnected. Ping back down. And it's holding steady. And at this point, you got to throw out the strat book, start writing a new one. It's time to dig deep if you're Akimbo. Need to pick up these next 2 rounds to feel comfortable. Oh, use this, slid his way in with the op. And he's never played this position before, but Shag, good for the trade. So 4-4 now. And the hit's coming in towards A. Oh, beautiful flick from ESEA. Haven't seen the op too much on this T side for Akimbo, but when they have brought it out, ESEA never fails to find impact. Is going to get caught off a little bit by that angle from Elio. Probably not expecting someone to already be in that position, especially not with an op. Tensky gets a frag from A main. Also, this retake is on. Now Shag 1v1. He has the info though. Gabby crossing the site. Low HP. Shag, no issue. Gonna pick up that kill. 3K on the round for him too. If he keeps, I mean, with the way this is going, by the time this game is over, Shag's gonna have 50 kills. That would be one for the books. But no time to stop and think about that. Just gotta focus one round at a time. Use back on the AUG, and the flash is gonna come through, but actually pops a little short. And that unforced error could mean a second round here for Akimbo. Man advantage now for them. Lots of mid control, even though they don't know it just yet. Looks like the rotation is coming back towards B, and right now it's only Gabby over in this site. Rotations are coming in, but I think this bomb plant is going to go down. No deny is possible, and even with that nade blowing open the smoke, ESEA hits the shot. It's getting frantic now on the site. Big damage coming in from Gabby, but I don't think it's going to be enough. These post plants too strong. And Akimbo's able to close out that round, no problem. They're going to enter this second half of the second OT up a round. And interestingly enough, no op on this CT side. We're going to see 10 automatic rifles. Oh, but still the boost over the mid smoke. Not going to net them anything just yet. But Drew's got to be so careful not to peek into it. Beautiful timed flash from Taggy. And that Molly's going to push him off. Drew actually had the info based on the trajectory of that Molotov, but still not able to get the kill down. Oh, and ESEA swinging through. Smoke might slow them down. They're going to cancel that B play. So Akimbo holds on for now. Down a man, though. And this defense is spread thin. Plenty of time for Strife to play. Yep, we're now up to 19. 19 wins. So if Akimbo can find 2. Taggy in a strong position. He gets 2 before finally going down. This makes it doable for Halen in the 1v2 again. Of all the players that you want in a clutch, this is the guy to do it. Nade is good on to use 1v1. Pensky gonna stick the plant here. Can Halen get back into the site? Flash gonna pop a little early. He knows Tensky is still down on this bomb site. Gotta find the headshot though. Oh, he's gonna take the angle. It's so tense right now. This 1v1 could decide the map. Tensky just playing with him, is gonna swing wide. Nice shots from Halen, but just in the end, not quite enough. So the first round of this second half going to Strife. Still an opportunity for both these teams to close it out in the second OT. Oh, Drew is going to get caught again. He's just been getting punished by this aggressiveness from Hughes. I mean, Hughes has no fear at all in how he plays this mid. He's going to clear that position. Back his way back. Oh, Halen. Again, also caught with an incendiary in his hand. Now Shag by himself, stuck on the site. He's good for a second. Almost finds a third. Keeps it in the realm of possibility. Good nade. Gonna do a lot of damage to Melio. Incendiary, he's gonna burn him. Forces him out. But Weeza's not ready. 1v1, and I think Taggy heard him run away. Melio's faking. Not sure if he heard that water. I think that might have been a spectator bug, but Taggy's still able to land the shots nonetheless. And this is it, Akimbo. Take my energy. That's what I'm saying, Bloom Pop. I'm pretty sure that was a spectator bug because I don't think you can hear it if you're walking. I'm pretty sure. So unless he made a little juicy kerplunk with his big toe, it might have been a spectator bug. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he did. Nade's not bad. The lurk into the site though. Shag looking for it, but not quite ready. And now Halen. He's got to come up big here. Not able to find one. And it's looking like we're going to OT number 3.
Bomb has been planted.
Incendiary is doing the best they can. But yeah, just Drew and Weeza jumping to their death there. And this is a barn burner. Forget the Zen, I'm gonna need to crack open a whole nother Red Bull, and it's already almost 1 a.m. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. And you have to imagine, as spectators and even me as the caster, we're struggling to keep the energy up. How you can only imagine how it must be for the players. Yep, first one to 22 to take the map. This time Weeza bringing the op back out. We saw him opt out of the op. Their previous CT side. Crawl towards mid, might be right into the scope of Weeza's op. 1 for 1, and the Molotov actually bursts a little bit high, so not gonna flush both of these players out from this position. Taggy, surprisingly not able to find one, but no way. They also expect Drew in this position. Is he good for 2? He kills the low HP player, but that's all he's able to find, and now use. I mean, such a hard fight to take if you're Halen. Shag, he knows he's stuck in here. It's going to be round number 1 of OT number 3 for Strife. And you have to imagine, I mean, the pattern has been going pretty similar each time. The first team, I think, to take 3 rounds on the T side is going to be the one to close it out. I mean, I was expecting even some of these games with 2 rounds on the T side, you know, with how the game's been going, to be enough to close it out, but teams have been trading blows, and Weeza, now is not the time to be whiffing with the op. Halen, big refrag back. They have full B main control as well. But can the shift come in quick enough? Taggy by himself over here. The flash is a bit of a whiff, though, and he's at least good for 1. Strife second guessing it a little bit. They're not committed to this A site. 3 to 3. Oh, but this position from Hughes is so strong. And Shag looked like he was semi-ready for it, but Yu's getting the better of him. Now Drew has to be worried about his back. They're going to pull the trigger on this A-bomb site plant. Unless Drew is able to make some magic happen here, this could be the beginning of the end for Akimbo. Oh, the timing from Halen couldn't have been worse on that knife pull. Nah, Bloom Pop, I don't think they should play Rocket League to determine. I think they need to get the Clash Royale out. Just add each other 1v1. Whoever wins the more 1v1s. Boom. There you have it. I think we can all agree both these teams very, very good at Counter-Strike. Big damage onto Drew. He falls away, shouldn't go down to the nade. Shag, that incendiary. And he wants to fight through the smoke, but you have to be so careful of the spam. Weeza getting in there with the shotgun. And it's starting to crumble for Akimbo. This might be it. Shag has been so good this whole game. He kills the player running through the smoke, but he needs to have more on this B main. And actually, they're going to fall off this B main hit, but they should hear the footsteps. Taggy, beautifully timed incendiary. Or, yeah, Taggy stopping Gabby, but then slow peeking into the crosshair. Drew and Shag, but Drew's low HP. A bomb site. Bomb going down. And Hughes finds the kill onto Shag. Just Drew 1v4. Good to find the first, but 20 HP, bomb down. He's actually gonna... He's using his ammo to put a few extra bullets into Yu's body. So he knows he can't win the rounds, but can he win the mental warfare? And will it make a difference? Because right now, Strife on match point, they just need one CT round to put an end to the seemingly never-ending game on Anubis. Akimbo are going to need 3 straight to push us to OT number 4. And we know they can do it. We saw how strong the T side was from Akimbo. It's definitely doable to get 3. Players strong over towards this B site. Not a whole lot of control taken just yet from Akimbo. Just now getting mid control. Opening up onto these doors. Nice find, Shag. Just through the fading smoke. Oh, and Melio gonna go down as well. Tries to get cheeky. Halen not interested in what he's selling. Beautiful jiggle from Shag, the mechanics man. It does not matter that we are on round number 40 of this game. These players still look sharp. That's the kind of tenacity that I can only hope to achieve. Joels gets 2 for himself, but this B bomb site, Weeza all the way through. Drew is in the clear to get this bomb plant down. So it should be at least the first round going to Akimbo. And if they push us to too many more OTs, I'm calling out of work tomorrow. But not actually, because I'm off work tomorrow. Thank goodness. Early out towards mid and B main. Changing some HE grenades. Not a whole lot of damage done on either side. Oh, bit of a whiff there from Joel's. And that is not great for Akimbo. Weeza DCs in the middle of what is match point for Akimbo here. And Drew's getting in there. Finds one, gets traded immediately by Use. So still playing with the man advantage. Strife is looking to close this out. Shag has made his way into the B site. Aelin here to support him. Is going to run through the incendiary. And they've got Tensky pinched. But he somehow finds two. And closes with the third. He's going to put an end to this map 3 and an end to this series. Strife taking Anubis 22-19. And I mean, it was an incredible game from both teams. I really don't have much to say. I feel like we've beaten it to death at this point. But a really nice try from Akimbo. And it's been my pleasure casting this series and casting for them this season of Advanced. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to just double check real quick that we don't want an interview. But in case this is the last time that you hear from me and from Akimbo, make sure that you guys drop a follow on their Twitch, drop a follow on their socials, because I know that they're going to be coming back next season looking stronger than ever. Yep, and it looks like no interview it's going to happen for tonight. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Balloon Pop, I love you too. If you guys enjoyed tonight's cast, like I said, follow Akimbo. I think they've got me tagged as well in their socials for tonight's match, so drop me a follow as well. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me. It really did go the distance tonight. But we had some great Counter-Strike on display, and it most certainly won't be the last time. So thank you guys again so much. Have a great night.